Hey there everyone. So I really like to learn new skills, especially if it has to do with hands-on stuff. And today I am going to be going over to learn how to weld. That is right. I'm going to learn how to weld. I spent a couple hours over talking to the guy that I was going to have weld up my trailer and basically convinced him to teach me how to weld so that I can weld it up myself. I'm kind of happy. Well, okay, I'm pretty happy because it's a skill that I haven't ever had a chance to really get to learn. And so, yeah, today I went over, got myself a mask with the auto dimming and all that kind of fun stuff, and some gloves. I don't think I'll be needing like a smock or a shirt or anything like that today. If I do, I can run over there and get one. And it sounded like today all I'm going to be doing is learning how to weld just a single bead on basically some of my scrap metal here. So I also picked up a couple of new discs for my grinder because I will be bringing this with me because I want to be able to use as much of my own tools so that I'm not being a pest to him at all. So I also got a couple little magnet things to hold little pieces of metal together and stuff so that while I'm practicing welding I can do that. I'm not sure if he's going to be comfortable with me recording over there or not. However, I'm going to go ahead and bring the rig anyways, and if he is, then great. If not, I will show you guys my practice welds at the end of the day.
Try a straight bead first and see how you like it.
So without doing like back and forth or
Yeah.
anything, just go.
Go with a straight bead.
Broke it, no more stuff coming out. And how fast should I be moving?
Well, it looks like you're moving pretty good.
But I was getting like way too far away from it and stuff.
That
so.
you gotta practice that.
Yeah. So how close should I be when I'm like?
Now, are you
here?
pulling or are you pushing?
Pulling.
No,
Should I be pushing?
You gotta push it. Wire feed you push.
Oh, okay.
Stick you pull.
Okay, so I should be starting over here then and
Yep.
going this way.
Yep.
Well, that was horrible.
Well, you hit the hole.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't bad.
And that would be a legitimate weld,
Yeah.
like if it was.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make it look all pretty and go back and forth. And
No, you don't have to.
It just
It
works.
just-
Is it a better weld then, or?
It depends on what you're doing.
Make it into a circle?
You're making way too big a circle.
Oh, I was trying to go back and forth.
You're actually going back and forth.
Yeah.
You're going back too far.
Okay, so should I just be, how far back should I be going? So I go forward, do I go back to the center of that
Well,
one,
you're-
or?
One thing about it, you're putting more heat into it. See, actually, the weld's pretty good because you're actually getting more heated because I turned that welder down.
So now for this, since I was going back and forth, like my mark is way the hell up here. Do I start where the bump raises back up?
Yep. You're gonna start over again.
Yeah. Now in the circle.
You'd have no problem welding.
I would have to disagree.
I've seen a lot worse than that.
Well, that I'm glad to hear. Well, now, that was interesting. So that was right about 2 hours of me over there learning how to weld. And man, I learned a lot, especially that really easy to make apocalypse weapons if you know how to weld. No, so I started out really good, pretty fairly decent over here with these ones and a few others on the back here, like this weld here he said was pretty decent. It needs work, but for my first time welding, he said that it wasn't bad. And then it started getting worse and worse and worse, and I didn't really understand why, because I was leaving a little bit of time in between me welding for it to cool off, but evidently I wasn't leaving enough time for it to cool off. So basically what that means is that my welds just got worse and worse and worse as I went on. And then I tried attempting to weld a thinner piece of metal to a thicker piece of metal. What I learned is that one, the thicker piece definitely needs to be cooler or cooled off. And you barely touch the thin stuff with the welder, because you want to take more of the main metal than you do the thinner metal. Otherwise you end up just burning through it like I did several hundred times through here. So I learned a lot, and this little piece will probably be a art piece by the time I get done with it, because, well, there's still some blank canvas and stuff over here for me to practice on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other pieces like this, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them off of the other pieces that they're connected to, because these make pretty good welding practices. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut them into smaller pieces so that I don't just overheat the entire thing and can't practice welding anymore on it. So I'm probably going to do that this weekend. I told him that I was going to go back on probably Monday to continue learning how to weld. So yeah, this is a very interesting day for me. I didn't really burn myself too bad, luckily. I mean, there's a few singed hairs here and there, but not too bad. No holes in my shirt that weren't already there, so that's good too. And yeah, so hopefully by end of next week, I'll feel comfortable enough with welding what I need to weld to be able to start welding on the trailer, which is one of the main reasons why I am learning how to weld. I also watched him weld a few things that were way beyond what I could ever do anytime soon. So that was pretty interesting as well, and a good learning experience. And yeah, so I'm done blabbering to you guys about my battle axe. And ow, it's hard to grab onto because, you know, got little pokey things all over the place too. But anyways, just wanted to share this little experience with you guys. I will be letting you know when I am going to be practicing welding again, and I'm sure there'll be a whole new video with that as well. He gave me permission to go ahead and record in there, so I wasn't sneakily recording or anything. So yeah, that is it for today. So until next time, you have a good one.